Hi, Pack 139. So this is the final video in the rocket building, where we are going to build the Alpha 3 model rocket. This is the easiest model rocket to build out of the three that we have today, and I hope that you enjoy building this. I did find it really easy, really short, so let's just get into it. Move my camera down. Alright. So, inside your rocket kit, you have, let's identify all the pieces. Be careful about this bag right here. You have a little metal hook piece right there. Do not lose that. Just you have a little piece inside this bag. Just be wary that it's there. Now this rocket won't require you to paint it if you don't want to. The black and orange is already there, and then at the end of it you can apply these stickers, and it looks pretty nice. You know? So you have your nose cone, you have your main body, you have your tail fins, your instructions, your engine tube, which yes, in this one, this time in this rocket, this does go inside. Then we're going to open up the small bag. So this one I already opened up, and then I retaped it because I needed that small, I wanted to get out that small piece to show some people. But now I'm going to be building it again. This will be available when we launch our rockets for someone who's there who wants to launch a rocket and didn't have a chance to build their own. Okay. You have a green split adapter, so it has a hole in there, and then you have your green adapter that doesn't have a slit in it, and then you have your Mylar ring. Okay. You have your metal engine hook. You have your little metal eye hook. That goes in the nose cone. You have your launching lug. This is your shock cord. And you have your parachute. Alright. Now that we have all of our pieces identified, for this one, it says that you need a scissors, a pencil, regular pencil, mechanical pencil, however you like, ruler, so I'm going to be using my level, fine sandpaper. This is 500 grit that I'm using today. It should be plenty. Glue. I have both wood glue and I have this white Gorilla Glue that dries clear. I'm using this for the plastic pieces, and I'm using this for wood and cardboard pieces. So for this one, whichever one you want or whatever you have handy. And then it says a cutting knife, like a modeling X-Acto knife. I have my set, so I'll be using just my standard modeling knife. Okay. So kids, there's one small hole you have to cut. Please let your parents use the knife to cut the hole. All right, don't be doing that on your own. Okay, so now we have all of our equipment identified and laid out. Step 1, take your launching lug. The instructions show that we are going to make on here a line at the 1-inch mark and at the 2 1/4-inch mark. So get this on your ruler, mark at the 1-inch and the 2 1/4-inch. You just need marks roughly on the same side. Then on the 2 1/4 mark is you make a 1/8 inch hole. So that's why it's nice to have the modeling knife. If you can, just scratch that hole in until it cuts through. There you go. And if you make it a little bit big, it's okay, because what it is that we're going to stick this here. And so we don't want to just slide around too much. So you see that? So the hole that you cut up here, the launching list sits right there. Alright, so try not to make that hole too big or too small. If you make it too small, you try to press it in, you might crumple it a little bit. So, okay. Then it says to put a little bit of glue around the bottom edge. So, now I would like Donovan to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to talk everyone else. So you put a little bit of glue around the bottom edge, and that is where you put your green spacer on. And you see there that the space on that green spacer holds that metal tube into place. Alright? So next, remember you put that 1-inch mark? Go ahead and put a line of glue around that 1-inch mark. And after you do that, you take your Mylar ring and you slide it down and hold it on there until it sets and dries. Then, after that dries, you take this and you put it in the tail fin assembly. What you do is that you put a little bit of glue around that edge right there. Then you take your third ring, glue that on top right there. That holds your engine in place. Okay? Now you set that aside and you can let that dry. Now the next step is that you take your launching lug, put a little bit of glue on that piece right down the line, and it doesn't matter where. Glue it to the bottom of your rocket tube, just as long as it's in a straight line. Okay? Then if you want to, you can put a little piece of tape around that to hold it down. After you glue it, it stays on there pretty well. Then, on the bottom edge that has this glued in, you want to put a little bit of glue on the inside right there. Okay? After you do that, it fits over there. So your launching lug will be between two of your tail fins. Somewhere in the between there, alright? And that's how you align it. Then your next step, so you see this piece right here in your instructions? It has 1, 2, and 3. You need to cut that out. When you cut it out, then you have to glue your shock cord into it. So if I was doing this, I would put glue onto number 2 after I cut it out, fold the one section over onto 2, Then I put more glue onto 3, fold that over onto the 3 section. You can see more of that step on both of the Wizard and the Viking rocket. Very simple to do. After you have that done, you glue it in about 1.5 inches down the tube. Okay? So you put a little bit of dab on the back of the paper, and then you shove it in. And after you shove it in, you glue it about 1.5 inches down. You can see it in there. Glue it down. Now this is the top of the tube. So it's folded and it's glued down in there. See? Alright. The next step. Now remember I talked to you about this. There is this little eyelet piece right here. See? What you do is that you take this, and in your nose cone there's a little hole right here. And you just screw that eyelet in until it won't go no more. Okay? Then you have your parachute. Now the parachute is already set up. They've already taped the string to it and everything else. So you just kind of unfold it and get your strings out. And then find a point on there. What you do is that you feed that string through the eyelet, like so. Then open up those 3 strings once you're through the eyelet. And then all you do is you pull the parachute through, pull it tight. And then it'll tighten down onto that eyelet that's attached to your nose cone. And then the final step is that also to this eyelet piece, you have your shock cord that is glued inside your tube. And then you feed it through that same little eyelet piece, like so, and tie a double knot. Alright, I think you all can figure out how to do that. And just loop it, pull it through the loop, and then repeat the process. Now, after you're done, what you do is you take this and you wrap the string around the parachute. Just the string, not the, and then you got to feed your shock cord down your rocket tube. Now this is the tricky part. You might require someone to hold your parachute together as you feed the rocket tube shock cord down. And after you get that caught up, a good bit of the way, go ahead and put your parachute in. And just top up with your nose cone. At this point, your rocket is built. You can put your stickers on however you want to, or you can take it and spray paint it whatever color you want if you don't like the orange and the black. Alright? Also, engines and the wadding that's in your instructions, that will be done on launch day. So when we go out to launch the model rockets, we will install the wadding and the engine there. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I look forward to looking at your rockets. Like I said, Donovan's going to go ahead and build this. So that's why I did not assemble it myself. But I did this one as a demonstration, and here we go. This is what your finished product should look like. And it's really easy to fit together, as you saw here. And a lot less glue than some of the other kits that we've had. So you should be okay. I have faith in you. Alright. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing everyone's rockets on launch day. Thanks.